Hello all, I'm setting up a stream, so just bear with me right now. I need to find some way to do some background music or something while I'm doing this. See if we're doing any good here. All right, looks good. So what we're going to do today, don't have a whole lot of time. Hopefully I can get to my guitar here in just a little bit. But what I'm going to do is, I've recently found out about this patch that Line 6 has available for their Helix line and HX Stomp and all that. And it's called, I want to say it's called I Heart 80's, so that's why I titled this stream that. And I wanted to go on here and see if I could download it and see if we could kind of experiment with it a little bit. And I'll show you where that is and everything. So let me just go ahead and share my screen and we'll get going. Okay, so if we go to, oh, I didn't think about that. Let me go back to this view real quick and I'll find a link and put it up here. There we go, that's what I need. Okay, just the one I need? Yeah. Alright, that should do it. Alright. Now we're back to the screen. So if we go to YouTube and you type in Learning with Line 6 or even Line 6 80's, you should be able to find this video, Learning with Line 6 80's Big Rack Tones. And I think Ross Bailey here, he's the guy who's works with Line 6 and everything. And I was looking for the link in the show more notes area here, and I didn't see a link. So what I'm doing here is I'm scrolling down a little bit and I seen there was a link here. So I clicked on it and here's where it took me. And notice the date, first of all. The date here is January 26th. I go here on custom tone and we find that this was added January 26th of this year, right? Yeah. So I'm guessing it's the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and down this, and the user here is Roscoe. And if you click on him, he's got a bunch of other patches here, and one of them is Vi. And so I definitely wanted to try this out. This is, that's the Helix rack, but it'll still work on the regular Helix, LT and regular Helix. So this was in February. So I'm going to go ahead and download this and see about adding it to my Helix. And yeah, that should work. And okay, I think it worked. Let's download that now. Okay, I'm going to save it as, let's just save it to my Helix packs here. I think that's in Documents, Helix LT, Presets. I'll save it as that. Okay, while I'm at it, let's go ahead and get the Vi one too. Why not? A lot of people rated that one as good. Do the same thing. Call it Vi. Alright, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that and go to Documents, Helix LT Presets. I'm going to put this as, what happened there? That was weird. I didn't ask you to open a new video, or new window. That's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's add a new folder here and call it Custom Tone Line 6, because that's where it's from. I'm going to go ahead and go here, Custom Tone, and I'm going to add a comment here. Okay, I'm going to do that same thing here. And now I'm going to go to my Helix here and add those tones to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and add, I'm going to go to Artist Presets because this is like kind of an artist thing. This is from Line 6. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to go ahead and import that thingamajig there. So Helix, Custom Tone, I Heart 80's. Yes. And do this one, we're going to import the Vi tone. Yes. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and change the name of this, though, to iHeart 80's CT for custom tone, and Vai CT for custom tone. Okay, so CTs will be custom. Now, what I want you to see here is how this is all set up here, and it looks exactly identical to what he was doing. If I go back to that video, I paused it here on a certain screen so that we could see what the layout is. It looks like we got pretty much the same thing. Here's the dynamics, here's an EQ, amp. The amp is the Studio Tube Pre. And we've got some other things here that are grayed out. All these, yeah, it looks like the same thing. The only thing that's different, he's got the EQ here on a parallel chain. And I'm guessing that's, he probably updated that later. So if we go to these different snapshots, the EQ is on. Some of these other things are off. So this should work now, just to amuse me here. Let's see what they've chosen here for this Vitone. Plexi Brit. And then this amp is a cartographer going into 4x12 greenback, 2x12 silver bell. Both of these amps are, and snapshots will dictate which ones are on, most likely. Yeah, so that one just switched. I'll probably have to look for this video, because if they did a video on this, I'd like to see how they laid this out. But going back to here, now we can kind of see what's going on here. And if you go to this video, like I said, he will explain everything, all these different settings and different things like that. I haven't watched it since it first came out in January, so I'm kind of rusty on what they were for. But I do remember that they had an amazing sounding clean tone. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in the guitar and see what we've got here, see what we come up with. I'm using my Ibanez AZ242BC, which I aptly named Bacote. This is deep espresso burst, by the way. DB, something like that. I don't remember. DE, something after that. I'm experimenting with a strap a little bit higher because I've been doing some tapping, tutorials and things like that. Or not teaching tapping, but me learning tapping. And so instead of having to worry about, being hunched over like this, and I decided to try this. So here's what we're going to work with. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch my screen to this view and kind of watch me a little bit better and see what else is going on. Let's go ahead and see if we're in tune. And also, let me check the chat, make sure nothing's going on with that. Nobody's in here? Okay. I'm just streaming this on Twitch. I decided to do that and not have to worry about YouTube stuff. I've got a new solo video coming out, though, probably next week. I just finished the video, the mixing for solo, the backing track, and things like that. And I also finished aligning and syncing everything up with the video itself, and it should be out next week. The only thing I'm working on now, I've got to start working on the tabs probably next week, and then after that I'll probably go ahead and release it, so that'll be available. May make the backing track available too, I don't know. We'll see. So let's go ahead and test out what we got going on here. Go back to my Helix. So I'm on snapshot 1. See what we got. Oh yeah, I have to make sure this is going to work here. There's always a trick. There we go. Go ahead and make sure that the levels are set correctly on here. always forget which button this is. It's not that one. Air rate thing. That one's the one. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to the Helix, and we'll see what we've got going on right now. Is this acoustic? Ooh, it's acoustic sim. Okay. No, acoustic sim is one of these, I do believe. It's the EQ one. So snapshot 1 is apparently a clean. Let's switch to my kind of strat sound here. To me, that's a little low sounding, so what do we got channel volume wise? Level 8.4. Gain. It's a preamp, but this is an actual amp. Another amp. Ooh, man, they got a lot of stuff going on here. And it doesn't even look like the cabinet's engaged. I wonder why. I guess it's just straight guitar. Now we've got a little bit of comp here. Put the cab on, see what happens. Alright, let's go snapshot 2. Acoustic sim on there, that nice preamp. So it looks like the acoustic, the EQ here is bypassing all these. So this is going down here and going past that. So if I turn that amp off, so it's not bypassing, it's just on a parallel path. If it was on the same path, it would be a little bit more, I guess, prominent. So for the modulation, we've got Trinity chorus. We've got a dual pitch. This is to add a little bit of wideness to it. Song comes to mind. Get my hand. Very nice. Snapshot 2. Back to humbucker mode. We got ourselves with a Line 6 Epic. We got Fullerton 1x12, a Dynamic 57. Now his guitar, I'm pretty sure has 2 humbuckers. Nope, looks like it's got a little bit of a, yeah, we've got 2 single coils and then a humbucker, so, alright. bass heavy. Got a lot of mids happening there, some treble. Master's a little low. All the modulation is gone. Delay's off, so this may be just a rhythm. Because we had no delay. My guess is the soldano here is the lead, because that is definitely a lead kind of sounding amp. So let's go ahead and go to the preset 4. We're back with the same amp. Now we got that dual stereo sound going on. Okay, nice. Let's go to the next few snapshots. Ooh, actually, okay, so snapshot, let's say 3. Snapshot 5. Okay, so they've got it set up. I know you can't see this, but on my Helix, the bottom row of switches, usually if you hit the mode button, the bottom row of switches, the way I have it set up, will show you the stomp box, or the snapshot mode. But they've got it set up where that whole row is stomp box, and I can turn on drives, I can turn off compressors, and all kinds of stuff. So it's the solo lead channel, which is one of my favorites, is soldano sound. I just love it. We got a greenback here, 25. Bass is low. We got channel volume up all the way. We could add some grit with some master if we wanted to. I know this is a bit heavily compressed sounding, squishy if you will. It's a bit odd they don't have that delay, but I can turn it on if I want to. The bosses I played this. Courtesy and flange. awesome melody. All right, let's go to snapshot 6. I think all snapshots are loaded with something. Once again, the enabled patch here is the dual pitch. Now, we haven't tried any drives. Let's try some drives here. We've got a top secret OD. And we've got a stupor OD. A lot of stuff going on there. There's a, I could put that EQ on here. Kind of kills the sound. Actually adds a little bit of extra tone there. Okay, what do we got for snapshot 7? Just adding a chorus, so each one of these is adding a different effect. I think we said this cab was, yeah, a Fullerton. This is a cab and amp blocked together. This is a preamp. This is an amp with a cab separate. And this snapshot just added a little bit of chorus. And then snapshot 8 adds an overdrive and some delay with that wide band here. So it's a sound. Yes, very nice and rich. And you can tweak these to your settings. I'm really digging that wide dual pitch effect here. Anything on the chat? Nothing. All right, folks. Now that you've seen what's going on here, let me just switch it back to what I had. Usually adjusted the action on this the other day, and it's a little bit lower than I'm used to, but I like it like that. It's kind of a medium, I guess, medium light action. Out of tune now. It's just about Fig Newton time, I know that. But you didn't expect that, did you? I tell you what, I'll eat a Fig Newton. And then we'll take a look at that Vi tone. How's that? Okay, before I do that, let's go to, let me just remind you here of what we have as far as how to get to this. Okay, so once again, go to Learning with Line 6, 80s big rack tones, or just type in Line 6 80s. And this was like the first thing that pulled up. Matter of fact, if I go back, and show you what I did search for. Oh, well, this was my watch list. Let's see, line 6. I always do 5 because I can't. Line 6, 8, oops, 80's. And I went specifically, and look, the first thing that comes up, learning with line 6, 80's big rack tones, okay? Now that I've added this, I'm probably going to go ahead and watch it. I'll be going ahead and watching this later so I can remember what all this stuff is and what his ideas for this was. Basically, it sounds like we've got some clean tones, and the preamp up there is probably just if you want to plug into your own amp. That's what I'm guessing. But that's where you get that, and you can go to this link. Line 6. It's the custom tone right here. You can click on that and just look up Roscoe, and I Heart 80's is what you'll search for. I may try to put these links in later in the description. I couldn't do it beforehand when I uploaded, so I'll just have to go back and kind of add those. I'll leave those up so you can find them. And here's the Vai as a special bonus. So let's go ahead right now see what that sounds like after I had myself a fig Newton. I'm getting kind of hungry. I love these things, man. I could eat so many of these things. Okay, so going back to the Helix. Let's load up the Vai. See what I really would like to say. You know what? Let's go back. Let's see if we can type in line 6 Vai. See if they come up with a video for that. Steve Vai inspired tone. Oh, dude. Dude, I've got to add that. That's going on my watch later. I did not know that. I'm glad I seen it today. I'm glad I've seen that. I'm definitely going back to that. I will include this link as well. Okay, I'll leave that there so I can find it. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and add that to another link there, and it will pop up right here. So once again, though, let's make sure that what we're seeing on the screen for the Vai is the same thing we'll be seeing on his thing here. So we got a lot of stuff happening. Let's go back to, and I bet, you know what, I bet this is probably a mix of, this is exciting. I bet this is probably a mix of old Vai and new Vai, because Steve Vai just recently released his, I don't even know, 15th, 20th studio album called Inviolate. And I bet he's got some inspired tones in here by that. I definitely want to watch this video. But let's check our dashboard here, I guess for lack of a better term of what to call it. Let's see if we've got something similar. Okay, we got some pitch effects, one line here, one line. We got a single line with a cab and an effect. 5 effects down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the same thing. So this guy has to be the Roscoe dude. So if you see Roscoe in custom tone, then you can see all the stuff he's put on here. Okay, so he's got 30 tones here. There's 30 tones found by Roscoe. So this is the guy that does a lot of stuff. He works with line 6, so he knows how to dial in tones. Okay, we got an Andy Timmons, got a Brian May. We got 3 pages of stuff. All right. So you know, it'd be cool if I could email him and see if he could come up with a Marcos Foley tone. That would be awesome. I've come up with my own, by the way, which you can get over at ericbeatty.com/Helix LT presets. And I use that based on an interview that I did with Marco, and he gave me some tips on how he gets some of his tones. So that was directly taken from that video, which I think I may have actually uploaded here on Twitch as well, on my site, or on my channel. All right, let's go back to our Helix now. See what we got going on here. I never do trust the shortcut keys that I put. You know, for example, I can switch here and then switch here. I never really trust those like I should, I guess. Let's see what we got. Snapshot 1. Later on, I'll probably rename these to what they're supposed to be. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to make sure I'm in the humbucker. All right. Our first thing was a BritBox, I think. No, Brit Plexi Brit. Okay, so this is like a Marshall tone. Once again, I think he's using his single coil guitar here. Which one's he got? Yep, it's that same guitar. Okay, so he'll go through that and tell us exactly what. Once again, if we did look at this, February 10th, Steve Vai, February 10th. Okay, so he probably puts those up before he does the videos. So if we go down here and go to Show More, he kind of covers what rigs, past and present, building the presets, core rhythm, and lead tones, effects. Very nice. All right, so just a very straightforward rhythm tone, probably. And it looks like we do have some presets assigned here to the snapshots. Okay, so some of these, not presets, but some of these tone tweaks here, like the drive and the channel volume and all that, we're getting the mileage out of this 1 amp by changing these snapshots here. So let's go to snapshot 2. Okay, so automatically right off the bat, we still got 2 verbs. Why do we got 2 verbs? A tile verb and a hall verb, kind of a blend. Snapshot 1. I like that blend, actually. I have to kind of remember that. Ooh, that's very nice. Let's look at snapshot 3. Automatically, we have, here's 2, 3. The thing that changes is now we have a different amp. By the way, the cab this is going through, as you can see, it's coming down to path 2A, which is this line. The cab we had it going through was a dual cab, 2x2 silver bell and a 4x12 greenback, 160 ribbon, and wrong thing here. That's what I need. And a 57 dynamic for a blend. And this is going through the same cabinet. So now we're on this amp, which is a cartographer, which I think is a Line 6's own, maybe, brand. Once again, we have the snapshot presets set to that. So snapshot 4 probably changes that. Yep. And that's as much as I'll play of that. Alright, snapshot 4. Once again, if I switch to this, it gives me effects that I can enable. So I'm just going to have to go to snapshot 5. There's a lot of the same effects going on, and he'll have to explain that. We have a pitch synth dual pitch, a pitch wham, and a twin harmony. I don't think he meant for all these to be on at once. And we have 2 amps on at the same time. It tells me these must switch on the right way. There's a wah on it as well. This one is the Weeper wah, which is more like the bad horsey wah, I guess. We don't need that on, but we can put the whammy on it. This one is, looks like it's multi-pitch, so it's not just one note. of stuff going on. See, same deal. I'll have to go back and kind of set this to what he meant them to be because we have too many super effects at once. Looks like the wall's on the end. So 7, same, 8, same, 1. Okay, so it looks like the other snapshots were not saved properly. So I can go back to the video and see exactly what he's got going on there, but I do like what I'm hearing. What is this? Cartography. So far, I'm liking what I'm hearing with that cartographer there. It's not exactly Die to Live, but it's something like that. So far, none of these have included, I think, a delay. I like that delay. Simple dual delay. A quarter and an eighth dotted. What kind of modulation we got? Trinity chorus. Very nice tones here. I will definitely check this video out and see what's going on with it as far as like what he meant for this to be. Ooh, I have a chat. No, that's his video. Anywho, I've been here for about 40 minutes, so I think that's long enough for a stream for now. Nobody's hopped on, but that's good. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. It says there is one viewer. I don't see anybody on here, but if you don't mind, check out the other videos here on this channel. Please hop over to my YouTube channel. You can find it at The Creative Guitarist. That's the name of the channel. And do check out some of my courses that I have available on the website at ericbeatty.com/courses. All right. Be sure to like this video if such a thing exists. Heart it on Twitch, I guess. I don't know. But I guess I'll see you guys on the next video, whatever that may be. Thank you again for watching. And yeah, just stay tuned for more videos. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. God bless.